What you perceive as a failure today may actually be a crucial step towards the success you seek. Never give up. The sidelines may be safer, but life is played on the field. And when all the wars are over, a butterfly will still be beautiful. Brainstorming cannot be done until and unless an attitude becomes character. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Your brain and thoughts are the last things you want working against you. Make sure they don't. Truth is something believed in heart. Fact is anything happened in realities. In order to move on, you must understand why you felt what you did and why you no longer need to feel it. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. There's no clarity. There was never meant to be clarity. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. Good ideas stay with you until you eventually write the story. If you're treated like a puppet, find a new ball of string. Different languages, the same thoughts, servant to thoughts and their masters. Your dreams are worth it. Persevere. Your focus is your power. Harness it. If you possess enough courage to speak out what you are, you will find that you are not alone. The moment you recognize what is beautiful in this world, you stop being a slave. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. The most total opposite of pleasure is not pain but boredom, for we are willing to risk pain to make a boring life interesting. Those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. Imagining something is better than remembering something. It's always about timing. If it's too soon, no one understands. If it's too late, everyone's forgotten. In the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. Life equals running, and when we stop running, maybe that's how we'll know life is finally finished. The truth has always been a more complex commodity than the market can easily package and sell. The truth about an animal is far more exciting and altogether more beautiful than all the myths woven about it. I wake up and grind like the whole world owes me money. I'm taking that money like I'm owed. Beware of the small things. A small leak can sink a great ship. One always has a better book in one's mind than one can manage to get onto paper. In life there are two things which are dependable: the pleasures of the flesh and the pleasures of literature. Never lose hope. Storms make people stronger and never last forever. Never put off for tomorrow what is meant for today. Tomorrow may never come. Positive anything is better than negative nothing. There must be those among whom we can sit down and weep and still be counted as warriors. The worst decisions in life we make are always the one we make out of fear. You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down. We can only see a short distance ahead, but we can see plenty there that needs to be done. There's nothing wrong with stretching the truth. We stretch taffy, and that just makes it more delicious. Weißt du, nicht jeder Wort dein Talent sein können, aber das heißt nicht, dass du keins besitzt. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. Speaking up for people who don't have a voice is important. It's the right thing to do, even if it's hard. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. The truth seems directed at you when in fact, it's blind. Peter Ojo. You are willing to die, you coward, but not to live. Philosophizing is simply one way of being afraid, a cowardly pretense that doesn't get you anywhere. I am a strong believer in the tyranny, the dictatorship, the absolute authority of the writer. Sometimes people don't understand the promises they're making when they make them. If only they would all just leave me alone with my books and my letters, I would be content to let life and the world pass me by. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. Morality can provide at most only a severely limited and insufficient answer to the question of how a person should live. How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life. Amidst a crowd of friends, a search for truth begins, to find the few who stand by through thick and thin. Nothing isn't better or worse than anything. Nothing is just. Nothing. Arya Stark. Be a lamp, or a lifeboat, or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd. It's a big world, but we are small. Every little thing matters a lot. Sometimes small things can become very large, indeed. No matter where you are, you're always a bit on your own, always an outsider. Most men would rather deny a hard truth than face it. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Whoever cannot seek the unforeseen sees nothing, for the known way is an impasse. No matter how much experience you have, there's always something new you can learn and room for improvement. Beauty as we feel it is something indescribable. What it is or what it means can never be said. You have to be able to recognize your truths in the daylight before you can find them in the dark. I have never seen or heard of such a fish, but I must kill him. I am glad we do not have to try to kill the stars. It does not matter how long you live, but how well you do it. If I tell you not to follow me, it ain't because I hate you, kiddo. I just don't want you feel disappointed when seeing the truth. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. Stand up for what is right, even if it means standing alone. It is a very funny thing that the sleepier you are, the longer you take about getting to bed. Intelligence is more important than strength. That is why Earth is ruled by men and not by animals. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. H is for habit. Winners make a habit of doing the things losers don't want to do. All the world is queer save thee and me, and even thou art a little queer. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so life well used brings happy death. Never let hard lessons harden your heart. The hard lessons of life are meant to make you better, not bitter. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. The heart's memory eliminates the bad and magnifies the good. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. If you don't want anyone to know about your existence, you might as well kill yourself. You're taking up space, air. Look at the sky tonight. All the stars have a reason. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Perspective is born in the rearview mirror of life. The greatest step towards a life of simplicity is to learn to let go. Happiness is permanent. What is temporary is sadness. Hold on to forgiveness, for it frees your heart of resentment and opens the door to healing and peace. Learn to live deeply and realize that all experiences, good or bad, are transient and opportunities for liberation. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. Life is half delicious yogurt, half crap, and your job is to keep the plastic spoon in the yogurt. Quietly endure, silently suffer, and patiently wait. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Persistence is the quality of winners. Successful people never give up. In prayer, it is better to have a heart without words than words without a heart. Thoughts without content are empty, intuitions without concepts are blind. Focus on making choices to lead your life that aligns with your core values in the most purposeful way possible. When the world throws rocks at you, turn them into diamonds.